Right now, you may think that your kids are being disrespectful. This is going to shock you because the communication gap actually goes both ways. And knowing this is going to change the way you parent. So let's get into it. Hey, I'm Joanne Crone. I'm the founder of No Goat Mom, and I live in a neurodiverse household. What that means is that we as a family have some neurodiversity. My husband brought up this theory to me. It's called the double empathy problem. Throughout time, parents of children who are autistic were taught to really help their kids adjust to the neurotypical world. And so what the double empathy problem is that for years we thought that people with autism lacked empathy. That's not the case. People with autism simply experience the world differently than a neurotypical person would. And so the empathy goes both ways, both from the neurotypical person who doesn't understand how the person with autism really sees the world and experiences it, and from the person with autism who doesn't really understand how the neurotypical person sees the world and experiences it. And once we're aware that there is empathy lacking on both sides, then we can go and fix the issue. Now, this is going to have huge impact on your parenting, even if you don't live in a neurodiverse household, because kids, they don't have fully developed brains yet. They see and experience the world different than we do as adults. By the end of this video, you are going to see why those communication breakdowns happen. I'm going to break down 3 common situations that tend to have really butting of heads between parent and child. And I'm going to show you how you can approach them differently. The first one is a social gathering. Think a party of some kind where all these people are coming over, all these people are having fun, but your child withdraws. They don't want to say hi to anybody. They're pretty quiet. They don't want to come out of their room. And here you are as a parent being like, oh my gosh, they're being rude. They're being disrespectful. I need to help them through this. Because if you tend to be more neurotypical yourself, you will see social gatherings as very energetic and very fun. But somebody who's experiencing neurodiversity might see that situation as very draining. Think if you went to a rock concert for 5 hours for a band that you didn't even like. All you heard was a lot of noise. How would you feel in that? That is basically what a child is experiencing who withdraws from those social situations. So here are 2 ways that a parent could respond. I hate to see you having such a bad time. Why don't you just go put a little effort in, go say a little hi to some people, like stop being so shy. Just go out there and really try to meet some people and have fun. Look, there's some kids over there that are your age. Go say hi. Look, I get it. It is really, really overstimulating in here and really loud and you don't know anybody. Do you have your headphones with you? I can go help you find a quiet corner where you could just put those headphones in and watch something on YouTube. So seeing the difference and being empathetic to those different experiences that a child is having really strengthens your relationship. Just know that when your child retreats from a social gathering of any kind, it's not because they're being disrespectful. They're trying the best they can. It just got to be too much for them. The second scenario is eye contact. Oh my gosh, I had the biggest trouble with eye contact when I was younger. I would not look people in the eyes because it was too much for me. It was just too stimulating. And it was another student actually in high school who I was looking down here and he bent down and looked at me and I'm like, oh darn it, I have to look people in the eyes. I actually don't really look people in the eyes too much. It's kind of a looking through them that I do. If you have any problems with eye contact, you know exactly what I'm talking about, or like this spot right here on the forehead. You can also use that as well. But those are adaptations that I've used to mask, to appear more like I fit in with the situation. Kids don't have those masking behaviors yet. And it's not that they necessarily need them either. We just need to get over that traditional interpretation that the child is being disrespectful or rude because they're not making eye contact. So here it is again. Here's the contrast between what a neurotypical person, how would handle this situation and how they see it versus how you can handle it when you're considering neurodiversity. Sweetie, this is really, really important. When you don't look in adults' eyes, They think that you are being disrespectful and you're not listening to them. So we really need to practice looking in their eyes. Make sure that you look in their eyes when you are talking with them. I know eye contact is really hard for you. It takes a lot of energy and it makes you very, very uncomfortable. You do not have to look people in the eyes if you don't want to. We can talk to your teachers too and tell them about this. And hopefully they can be a little bit more understanding. With eye contact in particular, looking away sometimes, because eye contact is so intense, it actually helps somebody focus better on the conversation, especially somebody with autism. So just translate this in your brain. Your child is not being disrespectful by not making eye contact. Instead, look for other body signals and body language cues that your child's paying attention. You might see this in a nod of their head, or maybe a smile comes across their face. Those are better indicators than the eye contact. Number 3, the emotional overreaction. Let's put that in quotes. Overreaction. This is when your child reacts to something that you see as not a big deal whatsoever. You might even think that your child is being dramatic or manipulative. So neurotypically, the problem seems minor and it does seem too big to react to. But if you look at it from the neurodiversity perspective, you might see that this problem, this event that happened, maybe they can't find their socks. Maybe they don't have anything that they could choose off of a menu at a restaurant that they like. This issue disrupts predictability. And especially when you have autism, you need that predictability in your life. Else you will feel this overwhelming rush of anxiety come in. You may have even had something like this happen to you, even if you aren't on the autism spectrum, where something happened that you didn't expect. My friend Bree likes to say, Bree doesn't like when anyone moves her cheese. And that's an issue with predictability. Predictability equals stability, and unpredictability means anxiety. Anything can happen. So here's that contrast. Sweetie, we are late. Like, who cares about having the right socks? It's okay. You have socks right over there. Just go get those socks right over there. Just put them on your feet and let's get out the door. You can't find your socks. Oh, that is a big issue. Here, let me help you find them. So what looks like an overreaction to you is actually an intense experience related to a change of events, a change of predictability. Now, what can you do to connect better with your child? As much as possible, you can inform them of future things that are going on and be really exact in your information. I know from experience, it is not okay anxiety-wise to say, I don't know yet what we're going to do on vacation. We're just going to go with the flow and handle it. That could be intensely overwhelming to someone with neurodiversity. And it really helps if you could put concrete plans in motion, even if it's like, yes, we're going to go here, we're going to stay here for a while, and then we're going to go eat lunch. Something like that, so that it's not all up in the air and that there's some level of prediction that your child can have. And then with every emotion, validate. There is never an overreaction because people's emotions are their own, even your kids, especially your kids. So if someone's feeling angry, you're just like, oh my gosh, you look really angry right now. This must be incredibly stressful for you. And relate as best you can. Validate those emotions, because when you validate the emotion, the child then realizes this is emotion. This is nothing to freak out about. My parent knows what's going on, and they're able to ride it through to the other side. So something to help you in the future, if you're experiencing a lot of these moments with your kids, is to think about a translation guide that you both can talk about. For instance, when your child says, I need to be alone, it's not that, I hate you, mom, get away from me. I do that too. It's, I care about you, but my social battery is depleted right now. Or when your child asks, why are we doing this? It's not to be snotty. It's not to look down on your choices, but rather it's them saying, I need to know the purpose so I know how to engage in this situation. And then something that happens a lot in my house, can we just have pizza? Can we just order DoorDash? It's not saying, Mom, I hate your cooking and I'm never going to eat a healthy thing from you ever again. That's me, guys. It's saying that, you know what, this new food stresses me out and I would rather have something that's comfortable for me instead. So here are some key mindset shifts to take from all of this. We want to go from fixing our child's behavior to really understanding our child's behavior. We want to go from making our child adapt to everything, from having this mutual understanding of how our child can adapt to situations and what we need to provide them. And then always keep that curiosity about differing perspectives. So now I want to know, before you leave, tell me in the comments below, what is one communication struggle that you've been having with your kids? What is something that you guys always push back against each other on? And then tell me how after watching this, you might handle it in a different way. I want to comment with you. I want to respond to everybody. So make sure to put that comment right down there. And right now you may be wondering, okay, I get this as an adult, but how can I teach my kids to respect their siblings' differences? I have this video for you right here on how to help siblings get along better with each other. So go check that out. And until next time, remember, the best mom is a happy mom. Take care of you. I'll talk to you later.